So what we've got here is one of the newest additions to the tool collection here at the shop. And this is the GWS13-50VSP. VS means variable speed, and the P means it's got a paddle switch. I picked this up because I wanted a variable speed angle grinder. And some may ask, why do you need another angle grinder? Well, I'm kind of a believer that you need to have lots of angle grinders. That way you don't have to change attachments nearly as much. And each one of those down there has a different blade or grinder disc on it for whatever purpose I think I might need. And over there on the wall, right behind me there where I was standing, is a whole bunch of grinder accessories, including down there in the lower right, some diamond wheels that I'm going to use to polish some granite, and hence the reason I needed a variable speed angle grinder. Now this is the first Bosch angle grinder I've got. I've got a couple Milwaukees and a DeWalt, and what else do I have down there? I got 3 Milwaukees and one DeWalt, and we'll open this up, see what we have. This also has an attachment on it to put a diamond wheel in it to cut granite or steel or whatever you wanted to do. So we'll take a look at that. So this was what they call a bonus pack. That was kind of nice. I think this together, I got it on Amazon. I think it was 139, 49, something like that. But these 13 amp grinders, you don't want to, I think all the others I have are at least 11 amp. So here we go. That's everything there. Okay, looks like we've got the paddle switch right there. So here's the bag with the handle and the wrench and the little adapters to put things on here. Looks like this is that's the lock for the, okay. Here's the guard. Now I'm wondering if that guard, how that goes on here. I guess I could read the directions, but nah. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this little button here allows you to adjust this guard however you may want to have it. Several of mine I don't have the guard on them, to be honest, but we've got that on there now. And we can put the handle on if we want. Again, I don't use the handles too often much. I have all my handles here, but occasionally I'll put them on if I want to do some heavy grinding and get some better leverage. And this handle goes on each side, so that's good. And here is the lock for the Arbor Lock. So that locks that down. In addition to the accessories on the wall behind me there, with my wire wheels and what have you, I have a selection of grinding wheels, cutoff wheels, flap discs down here on my welding table. So that keeps them real nice and handy. So let's go ahead and I'll just grab we'll get a flap disc and give that a whirl for a first time here. These are 80 grit. Got a bunch of junk here, so we can just use this right on my table here. We've got some paint and junk on it. We can knock a little bit of that off here. So there's that, and that. And I'll push the Arbor Lock down there and give it a little tighten. Now this thing has the variable speed wheel is on the back here, and it goes from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 settings. Safety shield here. Let's put it on the low speed, since that's kind of the reason I bought it. That's on number 1, number 2, that's number 3. So this thing really isn't variable from zero. So it's basically kind of a fixed variable, so you better be happy with what they've selected for you. And that was 4. That's 5. And 6. Move that around like that. Use it like that. So I'm going to put this flat disc, I'm going to put it on 4, and we'll see what happens here. It's got a pretty nice feel to it, well balanced. I think that's going to be a good addition. I'm anxious to see how it works when I get ready to cut some granite, which is a project that I've got down the pipe, which was actually the reason why I bought this one. But I'll have a lot of use for it on some metalworking and some grinding and polishing and what have you. So I'm probably sanding also. So I put some sanding discs on this, and with the lower speeds, probably have a little better control over sanding some materials and what have you, so that should work out all right. Sometimes these cords can be kind of clunky and stiff, and this one's pretty flexible, so I like that. I like how the guard can be adjusted fairly easily. A bonus attachment. I can put a cutoff wheel on that. So this cutoff attachment, basically, as I said, takes the place of this guard here and goes on the exact same way. It just kind of locks there with that locking lever, and then the handle goes through a bracket here into the grinder to hold it steady. So you should be able to move it right along. Whether you want to use steel, you got a vacuum attachment here that'll pull up all the dust, whether it be stone dust or metal dust. So you've got depth of cut, up and down that way. Again, the Bosch GWS13-50VSP, variable speed and paddle trigger right here. The paddle kind of goes all the way across here. It's a little different than the Milwaukee. There's a trigger right there, and then the paddle. And again, this thing goes from the 1 position. Has a nice flow. I think this is 2,500 RPM, if I remember right. So that'll work real nice for sanding, polishing, what have you. I do have, pretty excited about getting this bad boy to use. It'll have a special position down on the rest of the angle grinders here in the shop. Stay tuned. I'll do some updates later on as I really get to using this, but I just want to do an unboxing and kind of show the basics here. So we'll see how the Bosch tool holds up to the Milwaukee and the DeWalt's. Take care, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right down there, or I guess it's right over there, right? Anyway, talk to you all soon. Take care.